And for a deeper dive, we're bringing in retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon. Bobby, it's always good to see you. Thanks for joining us on this tonight.
Natasha, thanks for having me.
It's an extraordinary case. I mean, it's almost like a Netflix thriller series. What is your initial reaction here? What are the details standing out to you?
Well, my initial reaction is this is a very a crude way of stealing Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is this new thing. It's high tech and stuff. And this is a very low tech type of operation. This is something we would have seen years ago. But with Bitcoin, often we hear about hacks and things like that, things that are much high tech robberies type things or burglaries. And this is a very low tech operation where they're tying him to a chair and they're shocking him with wires. I mean, this is something that's very low tech in a high tech world.
I mean, what are we learning about the man in custody? Does it strike you he's not a random criminal? He's a known crypto investor himself.
Yeah, and very well to do, apparently. He had to surrender his passport because apparently he has access to a private jet and a helicopter. I think he owns a 150-acre farm, a horse farm in Kentucky. So yeah, he seems to be very well to do. And so for him to be involved in something so low tech and something so hands-on, really surprising that someone this apparently, if he is in fact that well off, why would he be doing something like this that's going to risk him a very long prison term?
I mean, are you thinking along the lines of someone like that would more likely have the resources to pay someone else to carry out this level of in-person violence?
Exactly, Natasha, and that's what we've seen in the past. We've seen people hire people to do this kind of thing, but certainly not the person themselves, the wealthy person themselves. And the other thing is, you don't torture somebody for 3 weeks. I mean, if you torture them for 72 hours, 3 or 4 days, if they don't give it up by then, they're probably not going to give it up. So to hold somebody for 3 weeks and torture them, is very, very unusual.
And there was one other man who has not been apprehended, who likely has participated in the kidnap and torture here. What are you tracking there? What are we learning about the search for him?
Well, what I understand, he's another crypto investor from a foreign country, and that they know who he is, and that they are negotiating with his lawyers for his surrender very soon.
I do want to talk about cybersecurity writ large and safety here for a moment, because we are living in this increasingly digital world. And our team here at NewsNation Prime has been tracking this other story for 3 years now, young men being targeted at New York City bars. And I remember you and I talking about this story, a slipped a drug concoction, including fentanyl. The men died and their lifeless faces were used to unlock their phones and drain thousands of dollars through their unlocked banking and payment apps. We just spoke with John Umberger's mother on News Nation last night, one of the victims. She just came face to face with the convicted killers this week. Let's take a quick listen together.
When they killed Julio, they killed John. They were literally within hours buying Prada bucket hats, having Plaza Azul delivered to them. These were not necessary things. They weren't doing it to provide for their family. They were just doing it to live large. And there's such a callousness.
Yeah, such a callousness, she says. I want to ask you, almost all of us have Face Unlock enabled on our phones. What do we need to do in this era?
Well, I mean, look, callousness is right. I mean, it's very difficult to understand somebody that could be so cruel to another human being and then manipulate their dead body. And then, like the mother just said, for what? Not for feeding their own families, for very, very spurious and superficial purchases. So, I mean, I think you need to maybe think about taking that off, taking facial recognition off, taking the finger recognition off, and come up with some kind of very, very difficult to know password or PIN, or not a 4-digit PIN either, at least a 6 or 8 or 10-digit PIN that you're going to remember. And that's going to be a better thing, that they're not going to be able to get to you, even if they have, unfortunately, it sounds gruesome, but the use of your body.
Yeah. All right, Bobby Chacon, appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Thanks, Natasha.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.